Well, folks, the first thing you notice on this nice, wonderful boat I have used to be a trolling motor sitting right there. Well, there's no longer a trolling motor there. It's in for repair. So let me reorient this camera and we'll get right into the discussion. Hey folks, Randy Go, Trout and Mac the Man with you here today. I know it's been a long time since I put up a video, and I'd rather be making a video about something else instead of what I'm going to make a video about. Approximately 2 weeks ago, actually, I'm going to say about a week and a half ago, a trolling motor would not stow, the Ulterra Quest. I thought all those problems with this new model would have been fixed. Obviously not, because the old Ulterras, I had the 2015 model and I had the 2017 model that I bought in 2018. And both of those motors had that same thing. And what it is, you go to stow the motor comes up and will not hinge. It just stops and gives you an error code. You would have thought they had that fixed. Obviously not. Well, I understand things break, but here's the deal. I called Minn Kota, told them that what the situation was. They walked me through their steps. They said, no, we're not going to be able to fix it. It's going to have to take it to an authorized service center. Well, fortunately, there's an authorized service center 3 minutes from my house. So took it over there. They told me they would contact me, let me know what was going on. And before I took it, the Minn Kota rep I was talking with on the phone, he told me, he said, they're not going to keep these motors long to repair them. They'll send them back to the factory. And what we do is we just send out a new motor and replacement. Because they really don't have the parts to repair them, and it's so new that they haven't seen a lot of experience with them. So anyway, I said, okay, worst case, be out 2 weeks, they'll ship a new motor. Well, here's the deal, folks. They got no new motors to ship. Was on a very heated discussion with Minn Kota yesterday, explaining to them this is not good service. It's not good service at all. It's fishing season. I should be fishing. They can't tell me when they're going to get me a motor. I suggested they go to many people online who have these motors and buy one. I don't care what they got to do to get it. That's their thing. I paid $4,300 for this motor total with tax. I fully expect it to work. If it don't work, I fully expect them to make it right. Well, they're not making anything right. I got an email from them today, said we looked and looked and looked and we can't find any of these motors in your area anywhere. And to tell you the truth, they said in the email, most places throughout the country are out of stock with these motors. Well, that's not true. There may not be none in my area, but I can tell you Hodges Marine has 5 in stock. Bass Pro has them in stock. Several places have them in stock. I told Minn Kota, just buy me a motor, send it to me. Well, they're not going to do that. They're going to let me sit here. Who knows? They're telling me they can't tell me when their factory's going to put out a new motor. To say that I am ticked is putting it mildly. So here's what you need to know. The old stow issues that the old Ulterras had, guess what, folks? The new Ulterras have them too. And to make it even worse, customer service appears to be non-existent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up a video every day about this motor, about the situation with Minn Kota. Whether Minn Kota will see any of these videos, I don't know. But I want them to know that this is totally unacceptable situation. I just don't see how they can do business like that. I really don't. But I would highly suggest, if you're in the market for an Ulterra Quest, be aware. There's several things you need to be aware of. The old problems with the stow apparently have not been fixed. I mean, this is the same problem I had with the other 2 motors. It would not stow. They say it's upper limit, and then it just stops. Nothing works. You go through the reset, nothing works. It won't reset. So you have to manually stow. Now, manually stow, which I went through that. I had to get my wife to help me. It's easier than the old motor in certain ways, but this thing is heavy. It's real heavy. So if you're on the water doing this, and you're up on the deck and you're an older man, you could have a problem. It's not something I want to do. when I took the motor over there, I thought, well, my wife and I will just take this motor off, quick release plate. Well, the weight of this motor, you're going to need two strong men, 110 pounds. I took it over to the service center, and they had two young guys get it off there, and even they commented how heavy it was. It was the first one they'd seen. But it is a heavy motor. That's something to keep in mind. To get up on that deck and the way it hangs out over that deck, to lift the things you have to do. Yes, it's easier than the older model, and if it wasn't for the weight, it would be fine. But this thing is heavy. It's extremely heavy. So anyway, those are the things you need to be aware of. The stow problems have not been fixed from the old generation of motors, and Minn Kota's customer service, at least in this case, is dropping the ball big time. They told me on the phone yesterday that there were two other people ahead of me waiting on motors. So that tells me, okay, there's three motors that have gone bad already. I mean, these things haven't been out, couple of months, folks. It ain't been long. Three motors have gone bad, and they can't repair them, and they can't replace them because they don't have any motors. So anyway, just want to let y'all know what the situation is. I hope all of you are doing well. Hope you're out able to fish, unlike me. I hope you're catching a bunch of fish. So until next time, soul up 'em all, and life is good.